Okay everyone, pens and pencils at the ready, session is in progress. On my time, this is Top Drives, and today's video is going to be different from the usual video. Yes, I'm going to show you what I plan to do for the rest of this week and try to explain why and how you could also do the same thing in order to give your progress in the game a boost. And what I mean by that is the ability to improve your garage and improve your cars in it. So what am I talking about? Well, I call myself a fairly casual player at the moment. Yes, some of you might say, what do you mean by casual? I admit I will have a dabble in the shop, okay? I'm probably a great punter for Hutch. They must love me and people like me because I will invest in some of the packs, etc. However, I don't pick the game up and play it as much as I could and as much as I should if I want to get the most out of the game. And what I'm talking about is playing the various game modes and events in order to maximize your in-game cash and also a little bit of extra gold and stuff that you get, but mainly the in-game cash, so you can then come and take advantage of the packs in the store, specifically the ceramic pack. You can go and focus on specific premium packs if you want to, if you want convertibles, if you want to try and get 90s, Japanese, etc. But if you're just literally going from a farming kind of perspective and you just want to get resources and see if you get luck in the process, buying these packs. So my aim for this week, and I've started from Monday, is to play as much of the game modes etc as I can without killing myself, just be more conscious in doing so, and to acquire as much cash as I can. And with that cash, every time I get over kind of the 100,000 mark, I don't want to drop below that. When I get to enough to be able to come and buy a ceramic, see what I got, rinse and repeat. Now, the place where I'm getting the most of the cash from, and the first place I would recommend starting if you're going to do this, is club events, okay? And when you go into club events, you can buy a booster. You can buy a booster for 499 gold, which I did do, which will increase the cash that you potentially get from every event, okay? So bear that in mind. What you're going to do is you're going to come in, going to go to an event. If you see here, 499 is like the equivalent of buying a ceramic pack. So all I need to do throughout the course of the week is to make sure that I get enough cash from clubs to buy one ceramic pack, and it would be the equivalent of me using the gold to buy a ceramic pack instead. If I get enough cash to open 2, 3, 4 plus ceramic packs, obviously that gold has been better invested because I've got more packs than I would have got for just opening that ceramic pack in that week. It lasts for 7 days to club boost. So you come into a game, and I say it isn't important how well you do, okay? Now some people will disagree with me. What I say is, come in, get off the required number of matches that you want to do, and your target should be about 5 matches, okay? 5 matches should give you enough involvement that you can get some reasonable rewards, and then you can be out doing something else. So you literally come in, pull in your cars, jump into the event. You can play more, okay? You can play more. The more involved you are, the better you do an event, the better your rewards, but that's not what we're trying to do here. I should have bought 2 medium ground clearance cars here. That is a bit of a schoolboy in terms of the kind of cars you take into clubs, but I'm just giving you an example here. So you come through, you play a match. The good thing is you don't have a prize board, so you can just skip to the end and rinse and repeat. Get straight into that next match if possible. Now you can play 10 matches without your cars needing to be serviced. So don't service cars in clubs, okay? You don't want to service cars. What you want to do, in my opinion, is try and go through and do 5 is a good like easy-ish number that you can do fairly comfortably, I'd say. But come through and do 5 matches and come out, okay? There will be occasions where you're going to jump into an event and it's going to be over very soon. In those occasions, just try to get your 1 or 2 match in, and I like to call that sniping. So go in, get out, and try and get yourself that cheeky 1500, 2000 or so cash reward just for doing 1 race. You can't get that kind of cash reward off of a normal prize board unless you're getting at least 2 prizes and they're both rare picks that you then go and sell. So you do this, and once you've done your things, you come out and you wait. Now while that's going on, you go in and you start playing your dailies and all your usual events. So as you can see here, my aim is just to breeze through my tickets. Okay, it's already set up. I know what I'm going for. I'm not really too worried about who I come up against. Now it is going to be better for me to try and find people who I feel I can beat, rather than just throwing away a ticket and getting no prize. But there will come a stage where you're going to come up against people that you can't beat. So don't let that worry you. When that happens, no problems. You just, play your match, move on to the next one. So from my perspective here, I'm a bit higher up in these daily ranks, and as a result I'm going to come against some stronger people, and it's going to be difficult for me to get many victories. I'm going to win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. But what I'll do each time, get that board pool, and for example, once your cars start to stack up, you're just going to sell them. You don't sell them every go, wait till they build up 10, 15 or so. If you get 1 or 2 in there that you really want, keep them, but most of these uncommon, common and rare cards are just going into your cash resources. Do the same thing again. Okay, you come in, you pick the person you want, go through quickly and get that result. Now obviously it is better if you win, but it's not, I say it's not essential. With things like the daily event, you're going to be farming. If you want to do the farming tactic and drop yourself all the way down to the bottom and then get yourself guaranteed victories, and drop yourself down to the bottom again, get yourself guaranteed victories, or put out a weak-ish hand that can beat the bottom people but isn't strong enough to move you high up the ranks. I have shown that tactic before in a previous video. I can always go over it again if people want to. Do that. That is fine, but the idea is you want to go through and use your tickets just to get those resources. So I'll be doing that. I then come into, for example, Italian excellence. As you can see here, we're flirting around the top 10. By flirting around the top 10, I'm going to increase my chances of potentially snagging a little ceramic reward. This will add to my weekly quota, which I'm going to come to in just a moment. But let's just play one match here and show you. So I've got my team using my RQ points the best way I can. I come into a match. I know that this is a bad matchup. I'm unlucky here. This is going to be better. Let's just pick one like this for example. Okay, so come in, try to get my victory. Now hopefully if you've played enough of the games throughout the day, you're going to kind of be a bit quicker. You're going to know where to put your cars. So you're going to see some of the same people. You're like, yep, I want to face you, bang bang bang. I want to face you, bang bang bang. This track set, I want to avoid you, come against you. So you go through. Nice thing to do is to keep your tickets down. Don't let them be 5 out of 5. You don't want them to be maxed out of choice. You want to always have a time until another ticket is there if possible. So then whilst you're doing all this, your club event will be coming towards an end, and you can come back, click on our clubs, come and get reward. Now if it hasn't quite gone to the end of the event like this, nothing to stop you running in quickly, play another match. Obviously you do want to try and win your matches. Now I haven't changed my team here. I haven't set up what I would call a ideal team for this event, but that wasn't the point of this particular event I entered. It was just to show you kind of what you would do. So you want to be able to have something going on in the background in clubs all the time, and when it comes to an end you want to come, collect your reward, and then essentially go and join the next event. Okay, so I won't bother with one more race. Instead we'll come out, we'll go to twisting the road just to show you using up another ticket. Hands already set up. Come in, just pick a person. Not too worried if I beat this person or not. I think I do actually. I think I've played him a few times before. So we go 1, 2. We take the tie, victory, and I did this the wrong way. I should have put the Evo on against the Civic. That's an easy win, and I lose less points in the G-Force or in the car park with the RX8, but I still get the victory. So irrelevant, done. Okay, we've only got 1 star, no problems. Take my star, keep myself, although I'm not going to get this carbon fiber, I'd love to, I'm not going to. Okay, I'm pretty aware of that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep myself in a chance to get another ceramic pack, and that is so important because the aim of what I'm doing this week, which is why I'm playing clubs more and why I want to obviously do better in the events, because I want to get more prizes off the prize board, is I'm essentially going to be using all this cash to buy packs with. Now, as it currently stands, I have bought 3 packs so far. Okay, as you can see, I can go and use the same team straight away into this next event, play, just get myself into it. There's about 1800 points or so left to the end. I don't have the best team for it, I know. I can always come out and I can change things if I need to, but that's not what I'm trying to do for this event. I'm literally just getting in, registering, recording a victory or a defeat, so I get some form of reward. Okay, I get at least some form of reward while this goes on. I can go and do what else I need to do. Yes, it'd be better of me to put in a better team, get a few more victories to get better rewards at the end, but you're not always going to have time to do that. So just make sure you get at least 1 matching if it's an event which is coming to the end soon. Go do what you need to do, come back, collect it, and then maybe, you know, put your 5 or 10 matches into an event which has a longer time till it elapses or till it comes to an end, and use that event to try and get a bigger payout from. But you go in, you start. While that's going on, for example, I come here and I start to buy my cars from my ceramic pack. So I've got enough cash, still be above my target threshold, which is 100k. Let's go and buy 1 of those cars. Now, I'm going to let you know that I've opened 3 ceramic packs so far from doing this, and yes, as you can see, I have got an epic out of it. I'm going to record what I get from all my ceramic packs this week. That's going to include prize packs. Okay, it's not just going to be from packs that I buy with cash, but this BMW M2 Limited technically has come from playing clubs. Okay, 0 days, you can see I've had extra cash that I wouldn't have been using on packs, and as a result I can technically say that clubs has contributed to this BMW M2. So even if I didn't play for the rest of the week, that 499 gold that I invested has already paid back because I have an epic, and I've also picked up 3 super rares from it so far. So pack number 4, I'm going to make a note of this just so I don't forget when it comes to the end and as the week progresses. Pack number 4 here, we go in 32500 and buy. Now there are other places to get resources, and I will come to those in just a moment. You not only have you got your events and your clubs, you've also got your weekly challenge. So that's the same. Okay, any cash you get from there, the same idea, it's going to be invested in the car, so it's not going to be a double prize. Okay, it is only a single prize, but that is still another super rare. Cool. We go back to kind of the grinding. So here I will go make myself another 32,500 cash on top of my 100k threshold, and we'll go back in and do another pack, and that's how I'm going to get my resources. Now, things like the challenge, getting the cash from in here, yes, same thing. Okay, I know that's technically not from clubs, but that's fine. What I'm trying to do here is get as much cash as I can from playing all the modes in the game to put myself in a position where, sorry, as I just come through and scroll through the kind of cars I want for this, yeah, but put yourself in a position where I can actually, I'm not going to say, I don't want to say do well in the game. Okay, that's that's a bit misleading, but yeah, I want to put myself into a position where I can work on more cars, basically, because I find myself resource stretched pretty easily, and yeah, it's not really where I want to be honest with you. So yeah, I was hoping if I can open some more ceramic packs, I'm going to get potentially some more prizes. The more prizes I potentially get, and the better they get, the more resources I will have to improve the cars I currently have in my garage. I can obviously move my threshold as the week progresses. I can go up to 150k then before I start, you know, and anything above that I need to leave myself at least 150k before I start opening packs, and then, you know, I can gradually keep upping it and upping it and upping it, just so that I don't leave myself just a flat 100k all the time. But the idea is to come through, sorry, as I just try and think about how I'm going to work this out, is to come through and get a load of resources that I normally miss out on. And it isn't just clubs, to be fair. Clubs is a huge cash cow for you, okay, for people. You can get a lot of cash from playing that event, and I didn't really realize how much you can get until I see all these other people with huge reserves of cash, and I kind of began to realize that, oh, okay, so they are playing the events and that still, but they're not always going ham on these events, and even if they are, you run out of tickets. So how? Oh, clubs. There are no tickets to clubs, okay? You can keep playing. You're only limited by your servicing of your cars, and you can always swap your cars out. So when the thing goes, you go into your next one. Again, here for example is the kind of one where I could do a few more races because there's a bit more time, so maybe I will come in, swap a couple of my cars around to give myself a better chance, bring a few of my wet weather cars, knowing that that is the requirement, should we say, for this track set. So I'd come through, change a few around, and then I would do my 10 matches or so, and then leave this, at which time I can then go back out and go back to my grinding of the daily event and whatever other events are on. So that is the, should we say, the process, and it is literally just rinse repeat. As you can see, because you're able to do other things like the challenges and the tickets, etc. You know, if you get a little bit stuck somewhere, farm it while you're waiting for cars to be upgraded. If you're working on a car to get you to the next level and you've got tickets remaining, farm that level, 2-star it, take a few prize board rewards, keep improving your resources, because essentially what you're also going to do is you're going to get random cars, okay? And I'll give you an example of some random cars which are pretty good at the moment. If we come to Dodge, now, cars that you can quite easily get. These are the cars that I have, okay? Now, if I actually click on all cars, oops, get it back. I'm missing a couple of pretty key cars. One of them being this Dodge Venom, okay? I know this car can go to 90 handling. I think it's 4.30 to 60 as well. I also know, by scrolling down, this Dodge Avenger RT, 80 stock handling for 41 car is pretty good. Forget the top speed. The main thing about this car, medium ground clearance, okay? 16-18 weight, it is kind of heavy. 41 RQ, it's similar to the Daytona. Loads of people were keeping the Daytona for the medium ground clearance. It's lighter, but it doesn't have the same handling, doesn't have the same 0 to 60. Don't worry about the top speed. You're going to be using a car like this in city streets, okay? That is what this car is designed for, a 41 RQ1, which I think anyone who gets definitely probably keep 2 copies of it. Up until then, the Dodge Spirit did kind of the same thing. It doesn't have the same handling. It is a little bit lighter. This is 1 RQ left. Obviously both pretty similar cars, pretty same kind of similar things that they do. Definitely think it's worth people keeping the Dodge Avengers. Now, if you want to compare that to a 44 RQ, for example, like the Copperhead here, it has slightly better handling. It's got a much better top speed, but this is a low car, okay? So not too many others which are going to do this job as well as a 41 RQ Dodge Avenger. Now, as we move up, we do see a couple of other cars as well that become useful. The Dodge Charger, medium ground clearance. I do have one of these. I am working on it, again pretty heavy, but it's got that slightly better 0 to 60. It's not going to have the same handling, but it will give you that option. Same here with the Super 8 Hemi, the same idea. It's a medium ground clearance car. better top speed than that, not the same 0 to 60, very similar to the Dodge Charger, but a lot more RQs. You can pull these cars. I'm not going to say you can pull them easily, okay, but you've got a good chance of getting them in ceramic packs at some stage, okay? At some stage, one or two of those cars will drop. So by being able to go through, selling off all the cars that you don't really need at this time being, you can always accumulate more rares, more uncommons, more commons to power up some of your cars in the future, or keep the Imperial just for now because that might be a car worth keeping. I don't know yet. You get yourself back up to that next threshold. Now granted, most of this has been from selling a few cars, and I got 15k from that challenge, but it's the same idea. I would now drop back in. Yes, I'm going to be just under what the threshold would be, but forget that, don't worry, we get that back when we sell a couple of uncommons we get. But you see the process. You're back in. We're now into pack 5. I would include ceramic packs that I get from prizes in events, because you know I don't always finish in the top 10, so I will include that. That's another single super rare. So 5 packs, 1 epic, 5 super rares. That's good. To get an epic is good. And now, I know it might look a bit boring, and I do apologise. I'm going to bring this to an end, but you get the idea. It is literally rinse, repeat, and we're back in. Now by this time I can come in, I can play a couple of my events, do a few more of my dailies, a little bit of cash, a little bit of gold, come into my clubs, play a couple of the matches. You know, if this won't be finished, but if it's finished, join the next one, do the same thing again. And that's how the game will go. You don't have to be on the game 24/7, because you can go through, you can use up your tickets and then wait, because you know that your tickets are going to take a couple of hours to fully recharge. So you can wait an hour. You can come in, you can play your clubs, you can do 5-10 matches, leave it, come back, pick your game up in an hour, hour and a half time, do a couple of tickets, do a new clubs, leave it again, same thing again, hour and a half time later, do your few tickets, clubs, repeat. If you want it to be obviously more hardcore, then you stay constantly on just grinding out the events while you're waiting for your tickets, but I'm definitely not that hardcore. So yeah, there you go. That's what I'm going to suggest if you want to try and get a boost into your resource. As I said, so far, playing clubs, a little bit of challenge, obviously a little bit of grinding from the events. 5 packs opened, 1 epic's dropped from that, so that's a good start. And the rest of those super rares can all go towards working on those ultra rares. So I've been MyTyme. Thank you for watching this video. If you actually found it useful and you found the pointers something that could improve your game, please let me know. Other than that, I will be back soon. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.